Oh my god, hi, what are y'all on about? Jesus Christ. What's up, Satellite, Fury, PM Collector Boy, Manic, Ms. Roy, Drake, Nell, Justin, Brett, Deep Thought. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great because I got me one of these. Who knows what taiyaki is? Show of hands. I mean, I kind of spoiled it, but... in Japan, they have a dessert or a snack or a something. It's fish, yeah. It's basically a like fry. It's sort of like same consistency as like a waffle. Like, I don't know how to describe it, because I don't know how to make it. It's not fish cake. But no, it's like, well, it's kind of like a waffle. But the press for it is fish shaped. And then inside, I think traditionally taiyaki has like red bean paste, anko, or something like that. But there's also dessert versions that have ice cream in them. And that's what this is. This is a chocolate and vanilla ice cream, like taiyaki dessert. So definitely not shortbread. Definitely not shortbread. It's very waffly on the outside. Has no relation to fish whatsoever other than the shape. It doesn't smell fishy. It doesn't taste fishy. It just looks fishy, is all. And I mean, it really does. Not stroopwafely, but it's not that hard. Kind of soft and waffly. Here, I'm gonna embiggen myself so you can see this thing. You can see it's kind of like two pieces. Like it's got like a seam there. It's the same as like a sugar cone. What's up, Chaos? Good to see you. Something fishy going on around here. Good evening, cute Tio. Excuse me, I'm got kind of a runny nose. It's not cold, but I've been eating cold stuff, so anyway. Oh, really good. No. It's basically an ice cream sandwich. Which one's the fish biscuit? What's the deal with soda with a marble in it? Ramune. It's just, it's been around forever, and the bottle is sealed with a marble. It's just like it's its thing. It's a gimmick. But yeah, to open it, it comes with this little plastic piece. Like the cap, you take the cap off, like it has a regular cap, but under the cap is this plastic piece that you invert, and then you press down, and the marble pops down into this little like glass holding thing. It's pretty interesting. Oh, really good. Chomping away to raw fish on stream, impressive. We actually have there's a taiyaki place in the mall right over here. They make them to order, and they have all kinds of interesting flavors and combinations. Want a couple Lucky Cans while you're over there? Nice. Good evening, Numberless Dread. Congratulations on your victory over dipshittery. I'm playing the new No Man's Sky Trekking Expeditions, a lot of driving. I've been playing a lot of Star Rupture. It's a lot of building. Star Rupture is interesting. Because, like, I realize now it has a lot more in common with Subnautica than I thought. It has a very Subnautica feel to it. Also, like, in comparison to something like Satisfactory, you find your initial resource nodes, you build out from that, And then you're kind of constantly building on top of the things that you've already built, right? Like, you make like iron bars, and then you make iron rods and plates out of them, and then you turn those into like reinforced plates, and then you use the reinforced plates in making frames and so on and so forth. So you can get away with having like one major factory as long as you're still like expanding on it, and you're also upgrading your production buildings. You upgrade your mines to produce more ore so that you can fuel more production buildings and they can pump out stuff faster so you can build more stuff. Star Rupture seems more interested in making you like spread out across the map. Like you'll find a bunch of resource nodes and you'll use them to make one thing. And then that's kind of it. Like the stuff that chains off of that kind of comes much later. In like each resource has a bunch of different things you make out of them, so you kind of have to spread out to a bunch of different resource nodes to make all the things you need to progress to the point where you can build atop that. You won't eventually cover the entire map in Satisfactory. I didn't when I beat the game. You certainly can, but you can get a surprising amount done just staying in one corner of it and upgrading your mines and extractors and stuff. Really good. The most important thing about this, chat, is came from Costco. And there's a chance if you have a Costco near you, they may have this. Really like it. Really good ice cream. Where's the fun in not paving the entire map? Roads? Where I'm going, I don't need roads. I built a pretty cool drone network the last time I played it. I know people go nuts for the trains, but I was terrible at managing the trains. I built drones to move stuff around. Alright, this fish is losing structural integrity. No. I'm going to ensmallen myself again so you can't see the disaster once it hits. What's up, Zem? Good to see you. Found the trucks to be pretty lame. I think they're going to try and upgrade the trucks for 1.2. I think they're going to try and make them more usable. I've always kind of wanted to make a transit network built around the trucks because they're pretty easy to understand. Single input, single outputs and stuff. But boy, the pathing is terrible. Okay, how am I gonna finish this without making a huge mess? I don't know. Yeah, it is nice driving around in a truck in Satisfactory. Unhinge your jaw like a snake is the only safe option. If I ever get to stream Satisfactory, maybe I'll try a trucks only playthrough. No trains, no drones, we just do everything with trucks. My experience, what was that? My experience watching Satisfactory is terrible OSHA violations. I got a plow attachment for a giant hauler in No Man's Sky. It lets me reap resources by plowing through them. Oh, and a flamethrower. That sounds awesome. That does actually sound really fun. Makes me want to go back to it. Maybe when I'm done with Star Rupture, I will. Doesn't seem like they're too off from one another. In some ways. Boy, y'all got going early with the game requests tonight, didn't you? Well, good. That's exactly what we need. So anyway, chat, you know what? We're 20 minutes in. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on so we can get back to the magazine and at the very least play some games. We're definitely gonna play some games on this page. A shitty traction, you need to flutter the boosters to actually climb a hill. I wonder if there's upgrades that will help with that. Actually watching someone play Star Trek Deep Space Nine last night, I forgot how shit it was. I feel like it has a lot of potential, but man, you gotta put up with a lot of bullshit to get to that point. You have the grippy tires? Oh. Denied us power hours too long. Drunk with camera. Should have known. I should have known. All right. So anyway, tonight is the power hours. You know this. You are here. You are beholding it with your very own eyeballs and requesting with your grubby little fingers. Tomorrow night is nothing. I am not streaming tomorrow night. I'm gonna need tomorrow night to rest. Because I'm actually gonna be up early tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. I'm gonna be up early tomorrow to do some stuff. And then I gotta be up. So just to get out ahead of it, I was up at 6 a.m. today to go to work. And then I worked until the afternoon, and then I wound down a bit in the evening, but I am tired. I'm very tired. I'm going to be tired tomorrow. And then Monday, my shift starts at 6 a.m. So I'm going to have to get up even earlier, so. Next couple of days are going to be kind of dependent on how much sleep I get, I think. So I'm not gonna be pushing any particular envelopes here. What won the RPG Maker wheel last night? Blood Orange. Blood Orange was extremely good. Really, and it's free. I would encourage anyone interested in a underwater creepy adventure to check that one out. Physically tired or of our bullshit tired? Why not both? Well, let's see. Did anybody? Yes. Somebody, some war criminal requested Dracula X. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the latter. Yeah, tonight's power hours, tomorrow night is nothing. Okay. But next week, I am going to attempt to go back to a normal schedule. We are going to go back to our Monday to Saturday streaming schedule. And we're going to start off on Monday with Curse of Monkey Island. We're going through the Monkey Island series with great alacrity. Oh wait, it was me! Fuck is a normal schedule? The schedule I was on before I dispensed with it? Streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Streaming full playthroughs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Streaming power hours Thursday and Saturday. And streaming Friday things on Fridays. And never streaming on Sunday ever for any reason. Always starting at 9 p.m. Pacific. That's the plan anyway. And I mean, it seems like it'll work out. I don't believe there's anything that can get in the way of Monday's stream. And I'm gonna have another day off on Tuesday to take care of some stuff, so. So yeah, also on Monday, and this is very important, chat, extremely important. I'm going to open up a vote. Democracy, chat. Democracy in action, not inaction. In action. I'm gonna open up a vote on Monday for our next big game after Curse of Monkey Island. Because Curse of Monkey Island is not gonna take forever. It's got some hard-ass puzzles in it, but I have beaten it before. It's the Monkey Island I'm the most familiar with. So, and I want to go ahead and get y'all's input, feedback on what it is we'll play after that. So I've got some options for y'all. And I'm sure you just can't wait to see what they are. Gonna stand guard outside the vote, you know, for your own protection. Yeah, we Americans know how that goes. Oh, this is delicious and really strong. Really strong. It's like 3 ounces of liquor and like a splash of cranberry juice. Democracy is a mistake. Just do what I say and everything will be fine. Hey, you know who that sounds like? You know who that reminds me of? All right, but anyway, we don't need to worry about that tonight because it's 1996 here, chat. Good old 1996. A simpler time, a different time, I guess. If we tie the vote, can I have mine be in limbo to swap it for a non-tie? I want to be order points. Absolutely not. We're not gonna have a designated tiebreaker other than myself. If y'all tie the vote, I decide what we do. I appreciate your desire to hew order from this landscape of chaos, but no, that's my job. Clinton has just been reelected for a 2nd term. You just put it in a wheel anyway. See what you did there. So yeah. All right. So to remind y'all, chat, this is the January 1996 issue. January issues of Nintendo Power are always special. They represent a major shift in the magazine. That's usually when they get rid of old features, add in new ones, reorganize the magazine, restyle it, take on different aesthetics and whatnot. The jump to 1996 is not a terribly seismic one. Not like 1995 was. A lot of what they did in 1995 just carried directly over into 96. But one thing they do in the January issues is they have a special bonus section for subscribers only. The news rack copies of Nintendo Power didn't contain these, and we went through most of this bonus content last time, but we ended on the Power Password Special, the last feature in the bonus section of the magazine, which is fertile fields for some absolutely bullshit game requests. So y'all can be proud of yourselves for that. Terranigma earlier, Super R-Type now, good playlist. One of the ties is my fault and I feel guilty. I'm fully expecting through no active malice of y'all's. Well, actually no, not this time. Not with the options I'm giving you. I do not think this is going to be a tie. I would be genuinely surprised if y'all tied it this time. And, you know, I've become accustomed to ties. Again, I just pick whatever I want. Was Warlock good? I wasn't here for it, and I am for edgy shit. I mean, no, but there's nothing stopping you from requesting it if you want to see it. Not being here for one of these games is like the best possible reason to request it. Like, if you didn't get to see it and you want to see it, see it. That's what I am providing a public service here. I am here to share the magic and majesty and occasional malfeasance of gaming. Especially in the case of Dracula X. Which I can only put off for so long if we're gonna make some progress in the magazine. Which I want to do. I don't know if any of y'all have figured out what's about to happen from the stream title, but yeah. I want to see where Project Warlock came from. I'm 99% sure they aren't connected, but imagine. Yeah. Warlock was like some kind of like R-rated, like supernatural horror film back in the 90s. I don't know. I never watched it. But yeah, Project Warlock is its own extremely good and super awesome thing. I never played Project Warlock 2. I should have done that. Well, I still can. There's nothing actually stopping me. But anyway, chat. To top off our exclusive members only special, we put together a list of awesome passwords for the recent hits and classic titles. It's not cheating. Think of it as a New Year's present. Castlevania Dracula X, you may not know it. Most people wouldn't. There are actually 2 endings of this game. Which one you see depends on the path you take. These passwords will help you to get the better ending. If you start in stage 3, do not fall off the pillars and be sure to pick up the key that lies near the Headless Knight's chamber. In stage 4, use the key to free Maria and open the path to the alternate stage 5. We're not going to do any of these things, chat, because this game is ass. You'd be, I'm not even sure you'd be considered lucky just to get through it, because it is such miserable garbage to play. You finished Project Warlock 2. It's got some interesting stuff. You weren't thrilled while playing it. That's a shame, because I really like Project Warlock 1. It was super, super fun. True Lies. True Lies was shockingly good. One of the most unexpected pleasures of 1995. Mild-mannered Harry Tasker, computer salesman, husband, father, and America's last line of defense against nuclear terrorists. Punching these passwords to join Harry and his partner Gibson as they battle the ruthless Crimson Jihad. All right, that part hasn't really aged particularly well, but you know. Judge Dredd, that game kind of sucks. Blackthorn. Blackthorn's interesting. Blackthorn. Honestly, Blackthorn might be worth a full playthrough someday. It's, I forget the name for them, but like the Prince of Persia style, like deliberate platformers. And it's a pretty solid one of that. It has a lot in common with Flashback, which I like Flashback. It is an absolutely punishing game, but it's really interesting. Blackthorn is attached full-length comic book, yeah. Is it cinematic platformer? Is that what it is? Blackthorn 100% sounds like the last name of a D&D paladin. I mean, makes sense that it's a Blizzard joint, right? That was the kind of shit they were getting into then. Oh, this is King Arthur's World music. Ah, King Arthur's World. I have such a unique attachment to that game. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This game is not for me. I kind of wish it was. It's sort of like a side-scrolling point-and-click adventure, but it leans a little bit too hard into action, and it doesn't do it very well. Buenos dias, Arcane Tradition. Good to see you tonight. I am glad you are here. Super Return of the Jedi. I like Super Return of the Jedi. Like all of the Super Star Wars games, it is balls out hard and a total mess, but it's fun. Super Return of the Jedi on Game Boy. Would not recommend this one. It's a real mess. Warlock. An ancient evil is unleashed again upon the earth as the last surviving druid. Mystery of the Druid, chat. The only thing standing in its way, this spooky action pack, is just the thing you need to spice up these dark winter nights. Say, do you normally have ghouls and werewolves roaming your neighborhood? No. I live in a nice area. Wario Blast. They put Wario in a Bomberman game, because why not, I guess. And then you can't see it, because of my dumb head, but Jungle Strike on Game Boy is at the bottom of the page. Not really worth your time. To be clear, I was requesting the Game Boy one. Well, god damn it. Because I was totally going to play the Super NES one. Oh well. Warlock movie is a lot of Julian Sands vamping around and chewing scenery. I mean, that doesn't sound so bad. I can get back. No, you're not. Don't play. Don't toy with my emotions. You're not sorry in the least. All right. Well, anyway, slightly can maybe blue slightly. Let's see here. All right. Well, since Deep Thought got in on the jump, we'll start with the Game Boy stuff tonight. Not very super, but I actually kind of forget how well it compares to the SNES version. I mean, in terms of similarities. And the Warlock movie exists. I remember nothing about it. I didn't even remember. The only way that I know Warlock existed is from Nintendo Power. I know nothing else about it. Yeah, that one, thanks. All right, here we go. You like the G-Bone last time? Plus the code lets you skip to the shmup level. Oh, you probably want to see what's going on, don't you, chat? We'll play a little bit of this normally, and then we'll jump to the Death Star tunnel. Real-time associates. Wow, that's almost recognizable. Dude, Wicket has seen some shit on this. Alright, let's start the game. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars! Whatever their faces, they all melted. I mean, you gotta kind of melt people down to fit them in a Game Boy cart. Whole people do not fit into 4 bits. The half-chewed heroes of Star Wars. Yep, that's the Death Star, alright. Yep, there you go. Vader looks so short here, it's funny. Sith Oompa Loompa. We will double our efforts. Meanwhile, loose home planet Tatooine. Mysterious bounty hunter Boosh races towards Jabba the Hutt's palace. Fine, we'll play as Boosh. Boosh. Okay, I kind of remember this now. It's a surprising, unlike the other Game Boy Star Wars games, this one is an actual approximation of the SNES game, which I think is a good thing. Mighty Boosh. Boucher, French for mouth. Oh, crap. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I will say this particular style of extremely open and like platforming doesn't work so well without a background. Wow, we're just straight leap of faithing from the second stage. It does seem to play well. I mean, again, and I really cannot stress this enough, it plays so much better than the other Game Boy Star Wars games. They are atrocities. The game, like, Game Boy Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back are basically hewn from the NES Star Wars games, which are, they're bad. They're really quite bad. But the SNES ones, I mean, they have their charm. They really do. Are they good? I mean, it's debatable, but heavily debatable. But they're better than the fucking NES ones. This is kind of a pain in the ass. Oh god. So yeah, so for anyone who didn't know, they made a boss out of the fucking, like, door intercom at Jabba's palace. And unlike in the SNES version, this was beating my ass. Yonners, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing tonight? Don't mind me, just playing a little Game Boy Super Star Wars. How you doing tonight? I got booshed. Maybe I feel like I can do this. I feel like I got the right idea. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I love video games. What's up, Ryan with 3 N's? What's up, Quindecime? Good to see y'all out tonight. Hope you had a good one. Stream was nice and cozy. Did some... Twitch cut off. Did some cult something. I love cult somethings. Nice cozy cult stuff. Cult activities. Ah, nice. Nice and homey. Hope you got chocolate at least. You get some food starving over here? Yes. Feed yourself and enjoy the rest of your evening. And thanks again for coming by. Always a pleasure to see you. I was about to say, this thing's gotta be dead. Happy day before Markdown Chocolate Day. What's up, $10? The dance hall. In the SNES version, Chewie is the correct answer for the dance hall. Let's take him. Oh, that's so obnoxious. I'm having instant regrets. Also, I don't know if... I don't know. I don't think he has a special ability. Which kind of negates the point of taking Chewie. Oh no, he doesn't because there's no bar for it. It's too regret for late. It's just... I mean, one of the important parts about SNES Super Star Wars is the pace of the action. Like, that's one of the things that makes it really fun. Game Boy just can't really capture that. Everything is inevitably slow and clunky. Also, the music just can't keep up. The Game Boy doesn't have enough sound channels for this much action. A valiant attempt, to be sure. This game is trying. If SNES Star Wars has cohesion, it's playing too slow. Ow. Killed by Salacious Crumb. But we all know the only good game mechanic on Game Boy is Tetris. Undeniable. Oh god. Sure, you got an axe right to the face. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna head out. I am going to restart this one because I'm gonna use the code to do the Death Star tunnel. I want to see how the Game Boy handles that. From the screenshot in Nintendo Power, I think I get the idea, but I just want to see. Barely. Most important question is if it's Super Game Boy compatible, though. I think it is. I think it is. Password. C G G Y Q M. Shield generator down. Lando Calrissian and Nien Numb enter the Death Star and the Millennium Falcon. Aha, okay. Oh, interesting. You control your elevation. And it's fucking impossible to tell what elevation you're supposed to be at. Okay, this sucks. This really sucks. I hit a dead end. There's 3 altitudes. There's low, there's medium, and there's high. Why don't you get over there? This is, god damn it. This is not the thrilling Death Star run that I remember, chat. Super open here. They really did not expect people to get this far. I wonder if the escape is just the same thing but in reverse. Ow. That was too close. This is the wrong music and the loop sucks ass. I guess I did it. Yeehaw! The Death Star is about to explode. We've got to escape quickly. Ah yes, my favorite part of Return of the Jedi. When Lando said, yeehaw, the Death Star is about to explode. Hold down A. A doesn't do anything. I think it's just another one of these levels. Oh wait! Oh wait, you're right. That's so dumb. Like, yo, holding A doesn't make you go faster, but if you don't hold A, you take damage. That is like one of the dumbest game design things I've ever seen in my life. And it doesn't tell you that in the manual. That's frankly fucking unbelievable.
This is a really terrible musical loop for this. I'm sorry, chat. I don't know what they were thinking. Oh no, I think I went the wrong way. Maybe not? This is so boring. I didn't think you could make the escape from the exploding Death Star boring, yet here we are. Boom.
Congratulations! Play again.
You guys do sliding and starts the explosion, catch up at the bottom of the screen, except his Game Boy. That was more of a ploomp than a boom, yeah. I like how they can afford approximately 4 bars of Luke's theme, yeah.
Something about, like, Chewie there looks absolutely horrifying. Like some kind of, like, desiccated corpse from some horror movie or something. I mean, I'm not I'm not even 100% sure who the humans in this scene even are. Just Chewie's decapitated head. Anyway. Game over. It's like Wicket killed him. Wow, that's it. Congratulations. Try the other difficulty. Game over. Chat. Oh, chat. Okay. Well, let's squeeze in a little Wario Blast here while we're here. Thanks for trying it out. Now you need never fear Star Wars Game Boy again. I hope not. Well, if it ever comes back around, we'll just have to use a code for a different level. Sorry, the official title of this is Wario Blast featuring Bomberman. Start. Well, obviously I'm gonna play as fucking Wario. Do you think I'm in Jedi mode? You unlock the naked Chewbacca model? Tell me more. Chat is Bomberman. It's really just Bomberman. They just jammed Wario in it because they had Wario. Good job, idiot. God, it's best of 3. Makes it Womberman. Oh, I didn't get to keep my... God, you didn't even get to keep your power-ups. That sucks. What's up, Lojo High? Good to see you. Chat, it's Bomber Guy. Ooh, I got biggie bombs. Damn it. Oh, I almost had that dick. No! I blew myself up. This
This is Bomberman with the label scratched off. It's just Bomberman with Wario. That's all it'd be. That's all they ever needed it to be, Chad. No, I want it. Can you go back to the good old Nintendo rather than the modern one that tries to cram on new cameos and other series to sell amiibos? That's a lot of bombs. I have no firepower though. Oh, I got you. Good job, dip ass. Japanese version was just a regular Bomberman game. They figured the Western audience needed the Wario pull to get them in. I mean, it's not a very compelling Bomberman game, frankly. Like, Bomberman games appeal on, like, 2 levels. Like, the fairly gonzo single player and the really fun multiplayer. And this one doesn't really seem to have much of either going for them. Good job. Okay. They blew themselves up, chat. Yeah, basically seen everything there is to see, haven't we? We win. I am winner. A winner is me, chat. Okay. So that's did. Oh, God. Let's play Warlock. Let's play the interesting stuff before getting bogged down with Castlevania X. That was an easy win. I didn't fucking do anything. They blew themselves up. Not any of the evolutions of Bomberman is just straight Bomberman classic, no frills except Wario face, yeah. And that's not particularly compelling, fortunately. Hang on, it's gonna be fiddly tonight, chat. I do wish this thing wasn't so touchy, but nothing's perfect when it comes to emulation. There we go. Alrighty. I must not bump. It is absolutely essential I bump no tables. LJN, be still my heart. No. Welp. Some cool looking fire. Preparations. What are the preparations? Prepare for what? This is okay. This is just fancy word for options. All right, begin. The quest begins. The animation's remarkable. Oh, fuck that guy. I'm not sure I actually knew how to like attack or do anything the last time I played this. Oh, Lord. Ow. I remember the health meter at the top is really creepy. It's basically our face. As we take more damage, it becomes more and more skeletonized. Damn. It reminds me of the Frankenstein game where Robert De Niro is the monster. Taxi driver. It's a difficult combat system. Oh, Jesus! It's a difficult combat system because you have to hold Y and then push a direction to make the ball do something, but there's a big delay on it. That man was Zambi. Yo, look at my life meter at the top. That's so fucked up. Yeah, frankly, it's not a great combat system. So Lester the Unlikely, like, no, I think it's a pretty straightforward platformer. Just one with a unique combat system. Ah, Virga. Why is everyone Zambi? Oh, I have other buttons too. Oh, I healed myself. Okay, cool. So I can also just Hadouken dudes, but it's not very strong. I haven't seen the Warlock movie in a good long time. The titular Warlock gave up his soul or something to have all these magical powers. Oh, did? That's a good question. Interesting idea, maybe not the best match for an SNES controller. I think, honestly, if it was just more responsive, it would be okay. I think it's the lack of responsiveness that really causes a problem. But then, of course, it turns out you also have a completely normal projectile, so it's like, why bother? Ow. Jesus. Fuck, man. Ow. This guy's a real piece of shit. Gib Orb. Riff Raff's a tough boss. I got the purple horseshoe. We're collecting Lucky Charms. Travel now to an ancient time where other stones under darkness and cursed guardians lie. Girl decided maybe we would get punched in the throat. But beware, for the rest shall not come as easily as the first. Ugh. I don't like it. God, the hit detection on that fucking sucks. Secret behind the waterfall. Ow, what the fucking what? Love to Fushigi a ball into the air against my enemies. Weaponized hacky sack. It's a big ass skeleton. Is there a way to defeat that drippy drop, I wonder? Oh, I'm gonna die. Or not. Oh, big ass fucking spider, bro. All my flesh is coming off. I need my flesh to live. Bro, I am looking a little peaked here. Blarg. I was hoping I'd like disintegrate or something. Oh, here we go. Yes?
You fool.
Called me a fool, chat. Are there no continues in this game? Hit detection, this looks absolutely shithouse. It's not good, yeah. It's not good. A lot that's not good about this, chat. It's a lot, in fact. All right, that was Warlock. All right. Stall as hard as I can. Blackthorn! Let's play a little Blackthorn. Blackthorn. Oh, not Warlock, Blackthorn. Interplay and Blizzard. Those were the days, chat. What would a modern Blackthorn game even look like, I wonder? We'll just do a little bit of new game. I have played this game several times before. I think just a quick refresher is fine. Sarlacc's Keep, deep in the heart of Tool. Such a middle school ass OC, it's pleasing. It is, yeah. An OC from a simpler time. What is your bidding, sire? This just fucking works, man. King Vlaros makes his last stand tonight at Stone Fist. Order a full attack and leave no survivors. And bring me the Lightstone. Go down. That's some hot animation right there. Like, that looks super good. It is Blizzard, yeah. Stone Fist south of the Borderlands. Not those Borderlands, the good Borderlands. Farewell, my son. Sad king. I remember that day well, my father's last words forever echoing in my mind. Kyle, my son, you must take the Lightstone and hide among the Earthlings. Guard it with your life, for if it should fall into Sarlacc's evil hands, all will be lost. With time, you will grow strong, and someday you'll return to Tool to fulfill your destiny. That was 20 years ago. Hey, it's been over 20 years since the game came out. Just saying. Remind you that according to the SNES manual novella, Mr. Kyle just broke out of a government facility prior to the beginning of the game. Save yourself while there's still time. Could it be? Are you the chosen one? Prince of Shotgun, yeah. Ung. Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't. Oh, God. Oh, everything is just. Oh, good job, idiot. Fucking laugh at me. God, I thought that was gonna kill that guy. Very last, take this potion, brother. Thank you, friend. Sorry, I just zoned out for a second there. I am really tired. Ow. Wow. Ow. No, that way. I forget how you get them. Did any other game do the 2D cover shooter thing? I can't think of one offhand. Are you out of this world? Okay, bombs, it is better to avoid them than to be nimble. Oh God, I just killed that guy again. That's what I need to be done. I did have a really early start to work. I was up at 6 a.m. this morning. So yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go as long as I can tonight, but yeah. Dick. Okay, I'm gonna let that go. College defaults killing as many instances as possible. I give up. It's a neat game though. It is a neat game. The whole cinematic platformer thing is pretty fun. It's always fun to play Blizzard stuff before Blizzard became, you know, Blizzard. Alright, can't avoid it any longer. I'll keep my ass awake too. I very much appreciate you still coming to listen and flick weird old games on you. Sure, play such a spooky game before you sleep. Yeah, well. How much he loves the chat. There are things I do like about it. I like the music. The unexpectedly jazzy Castlevania. Damn bat. Good conversion of the Rondo track. Let's see how long I get to hang on to the boomerang. I went the wrong way anyway. The game is the same series as Castlevania 4. The only truly his thing I remember about this is the final boss. It's not, yeah, it's not a completely heinous game until the final boss. But it's also just not particularly good until you get there either. Oh, that's a pit. Sorry. Konami can unfuck Haunted Castle, they can unfuck this game. I mean, they don't have to unfuck this game, just like stop reminding people it exists and like push Rondo. But bad for slow ass boss chasing. It is a very pretty game, yeah. I still don't know why this one meows. Ah, boo. Cats are more evil than dogs. Let's see if I hit with an axe. Wow. I whiffed it. Not that you can do action poses in this one anyway. Oh god. Oh, I thank you. Some nice parallaxing background here too. Richard's the only Belmont with item crash. He is, isn't he? Not necessarily a bad game in the midst of so many good games beneath it. No, it's bad. You're gonna have to take my word on it because I'm not sure we'll ever actually get far enough to really see the bad stuff. The last level of this game absolutely ruins everything that comes before it, regardless of what you think about it. I've seen so far isn't so bad. I mean, you've seen like the first level and a half, like what, like 3 times at this point? I should probably start using passwords to head to the later levels. All I remember the final boss in this game. Final boss is such a fuck. Such a fuck. Don't remember the final stage. Final stage is pretty bad too. Pretty aggravating. All right, let's see if I can actually get anywhere in this magazine before I completely pass out, chat. Because I think you can tell. I'm pretty fatigued right now. So. Well, there's this, chat. This is what I was referring to. They also have codes for X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, Mech Warrior 3050, Syndicate, Waterworld, and Pocky and Rocky 2. That was just excitement. Have we even played Pocky and Rocky 2? I believe we have. I'm pretty sure we have. But again, you don't remember. Weird conceptual, take a mechanically interesting and somewhat flawed variation of the Castlevania system. Instead, strip away the interesting parts and jack up the flaws and release it 4 years after Super Castlevania 4. I get it though. I mean, it doesn't sound as absurd as you might think, you know? I don't know how Rondo was received at the time, but Konami might have thought that it was too different or too weird, or they might have just made like a bad call on it. But didn't want to waste all the resources that went into like the new sprites and stuff, so. I mean, they had, I think the issue here, I think the real issue here is that they had the assets for Rondo. And the assets for Rondo wouldn't make another Super Castlevania. Like, they would have had to add additional animations and stuff for Richter for him to behave like Simon in Castlevania 4. And I think they, you know, the Rondo is not really, like, the levels and the enemy encounters aren't really designed like 4 either. So I get how it happened. It obviously wasn't wise. But we have the benefit of hindsight. We have the benefit of living here in the future where we know that Castlevania Dracula X was a terrible, terrible idea. But I do kind of get what they were going for at the time. I would respect it a lot more if it doesn't have such a fuck-ass final level. Like if it was actually completable by humans. But I can see how it came to be. Even if it's unfortunate that we got that instead of Rondo. Assets for Rondo would make several Castlevania games, it turns out. But I mean, with a lot of additional work on top of them. Like, yeah, I know Rondo's assets were reused through, you know, Symphony and a bunch of its subsequent games. But, I mean, it's probably not too far out of line to say that Symphony might not have existed if they didn't have all those assets to borrow from so they could spend all their time building out the game. Maria's the only thing I think of there, and she's a deal breaker. If she's a deal breaker for you, then survive the winter. When did Bloodlines come out compared to Dracula X? That's a good question. Bloodlines was 94. Dracula X was 95. So just a year apart, if that. Do they reuse assets more than Majora's Mask did? I remember... Oh god, which one was it? It was an actual selling point, I think, of one of the DS Castlevanias, maybe? It was an actual selling point that they finally updated all of the old enemy sprites. Because I think clear through the GBA era, they were still reusing a ton of stuff from Rondo. They did kind of unfucked X. The PSP version is more of a straight port of Rondo. I mean, that's not really unfucking X. That's just letting people play Rondo, isn't it? Like, let's be clear here. Rondo of Blood and Dracula X are two entirely different games. One is not a remake or a remaster or a reimagining or a re-anything of the other one. They are two entirely, completely different games. They still called it X. I mean, they can be as wrong as they want to be. They're two different games. PSP version also comes with Symphony. Well, I mean, then who cares really? Because then you can just play Symphony instead. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in the final analysis, there are a lot of bad Castlevania games. I mean, there might... I mean, depending on your perspective, there might be just as many bad Castlevania games as good ones, really. I think for me, the volume tends to be good over bad, but, you know. It's a huge series. It's a huge series that, like, for long stretches of its existence, didn't really get the support and the resources that it needed to really shine. So I think in retrospect, it's great that we did out of it. Trying to fight over Castlevania 64. I am excited to play Castlevania 64 someday. I am looking forward to it. Konami makes shit they always have, now you just gamble with it. It makes some good games too, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of shocked at what Konami's doing now. Like, somehow they dumbed their way into farming out their games to the right studios after farming them out to the wrong ones for like literal decades. Like, they did so much wrong for so long. It's hard to believe that they're doing anything right now. But, I mean, people loved the Silent Hill 2 remake. People loved Silent Hill F. They got new shit coming out on all fronts now, and people are actually jazzed about it, so I don't know. Are we on the cusp of a new Konami golden age? Who knows? What's up, Trayna? What are we talking about? Oh, we just suffered through a little bit of Dracula X, so we were talking about Castlevania and Konami as a whole. Terrified at how many garbage Ninja Turtle games there are. I can't even keep track of how many Ninja Turtle games there are. I mean, I'm not surprised. Ninja Turtles were like the hottest thing this side of Power Rangers in the 90s. So of course they got a billion games, and now they keep getting games because IP holders correctly assume that the kids that grew up with the Ninja Turtles are now adults with at least a token amount of disposable income to spend on things to take them back to their childhoods. Ask again when they finally translate Tokimeki Memorial. Cautiously optimistic for Dead Cells Vania. I mean, if it plays like Dead Cells, it's gonna be amazing. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't need to do anything else. Like, Dead Cells... I maintain Dead Cells might be the most satisfying platformer I've ever played just to run around in. Like, the controls and the pace in Dead Cells, literally perfect. Like, literally the very paragon of platforming for me. I have a problem with Dead Cells, the controls weren't any of them. My problem with Dead Cells is they locked too many things I wanted to do behind difficulties I couldn't beat. That game is fucking hard. And I will never see everything that game has to offer, because too many things are lacked behind a high boss cell stuff, and I cannot fuck with that. I just can't do it. Amazing Konami are still making games decades after leaving the market. I mean, they're doing the one smart thing that they could do in this instance, which is just give their IPs to the people who love and respect them in ways that Konami themselves do not. It's shocking that they came to this realization that they both can and should do this, but I'm immensely glad they did. Konami has no business touching their own games, but there are dev houses out there who have the right ideas, who can do the right things with the right IPs. I like that Dead Cells rewards are good play for making you faster. I love the mechanics in Dead Cells. I really do. It's such a wildly satisfying game. Dead Cells Castlevania DLC is real good. I haven't. I've never played it. I haven't played... Hang on. I haven't played Dead Cells since when? Probably the last time we streamed it. Six years ago, chat. I haven't played Dead Cells in 6 years. You can unlock Alucard. The last time I played it was February 12th of 2020. Before the bad times. Before the world changed forever. Well, maybe I will. You know, it had been... Jesus, almost... No, it had been longer since I last played Star Providence. I hadn't played it since it was still called Monolith. And I went back and did that, so, yeah. Need to play, get a boss cell. I've gotten a boss cell. But just one. Just the one. Last play in March of 2024. Maintain Konami's best not Metal Gear Solid game is Zone of the Enders 2. I never played any of the Zone games. Never did. I really miss... Well, I don't really miss Castlevania anymore. I miss Konami's other classic series. I miss Gradius. I miss Gradius a lot. Scrub I have too. Isn't 2 like the hard ceiling for a lot of people? Isn't 2 where they stop letting you heal or something? I know there's some point with the boss cells where like your healing no longer refills or something. So you have an extremely finite amount of healing for the entire run, and I think that's where most people punch out. Miss my wife, Tails. Zone of the Enders is the game that has the courage to ask, what if cockpit were literal? 2 gives you 1 charge every couple of tanks. Okay. Again, I haven't played in 6 years, so I don't remember exactly how it works. Oh, no full heals. Okay. Oh, like Estus charges. Okay. I see. Yeah, I'll have to go back to it sometime. Just have to find the right time, chat. The right time to revive Captain Chicken. It ain't gonna be tonight, chat, because we gotta talk about Scooby-Doo Mystery. Weirdly generic name for this, but a legendary cartoon is now a hot new hit for Super NES players. Raise your hand if you even remembered there was a Scooby-Doo SNES game. Or a Scooby-Doo video game at all. I did shrink. I'm really tired. And I keep, like, collapsing into my chair. I'm having some trouble here. Remember there are a lot of Scooby-Doo video games? Did this come out? I'm pretty sure it did. I think I saw it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go in blind. Let's just play it. Before we even talk about it, let's play it. The Genesis version is apparently a point-and-click adventure on a cartridge. Yep, here we go. But this is Maniac Mansion vs. Scooby-Doo. I'm pretty sure it's just like a shitty licensed platformer. I don't think we're gonna be solving any fucking mystery other than why are licensed platformers so damn bad. It's by the Arrow the Acrobat people. What do you think? Scoobus Doobus. Be cool, Scooby-Doo is honestly shockingly funny. Shipwreck, that doesn't sound like the sort of place I'd like to spend a vacation. Yeah, right, Raggy? No need to be scared, guys. It's just an empty wreck. There aren't any monsters or ghostly pirates. There are always ghostly pirates, you dumb fuck. Just barnacles and maybe some treasure. And then it turns into World of Horror. Damn, nice animation. Like, isn't this the haunted shipwreck? Zoinks, no way I'm spending a day on a spooky wreck. Yeah, right, Raggy? Is that all he says? No need to be scared, guys. It's only an empty wreck. Those newspaper stories are just hogwash. There certainly ain't ghostly pirates. Come on, gang. It's a great day to go exploring. Groovy, come on, Shaggy. I'll give you guys a Scooby snack if we solve the mystery of the Red Ryan. Who the fuck is Red Ryan? Grr, get off this ship now. I won't give you a second chance. So we have a spook meter at the top. Velma can solve this mystery if we find clues for her. So it is like an adventure style game. That's interesting. Hey guys, if you get frightened, come see me. I will give you a Scooby snack. Be careful because I only have a few. Okay, so we can jump, and that's it. We can run, and we can smack into walls. That's pretty funny. The animation is solid. I'm really impressed. So you don't seem to take conventional damage in this. Hey guys, bring suspicious objects to me and I'll tell you if they are clues. Is Is this a specific suspicious? Okay, Scooby Snack made us. Okay. The trolley, it could be very useful. Mystery update, guys. We haven't found any clues yet, guys. Guys. No, superfluous development in terms of actually solving mysteries. It's kind of funny running into things. Other horrors don't care about anyone other than Shaggy and Scooby. Because everyone else is just gonna no-sell it. Like, they know what's up. But Shaggy is... Shaggy's such a hopeless pothead. Like, he's probably scared of his own shadow. If I can open the side doors, I don't know how. I seem to have forgotten how to talk to people. Park of these enemies? Like, good question. So if your spoopometer fills up, you get too scared, and that's that. We're controlling the man or the dog? An excellent question. We're actually controlling the man. The dog is just along for the ride. All right, I'm not finding this particularly compelling. So let's read what you're actually supposed to do in this game. Maybe that'll enlighten us. It says reskin Clock Tower with Scooby-Doo. There are bonus rounds in this game for bonus points. Whoa! Red Ryan, I guess you can open those side doors at some point. That's actually a pretty big map for these areas. And the monsters are usually just ordinary people that must be dragging the entire ILM with them without convincing the baddie always makes the effects look. After you find the chest in the trolley, show them to Velma, which I tried to do. Go chat with Freddy, move a step to the right to make a ghoulish pirate appear, just let loose with your trolley and be on your way. And then you can go outside. Find a hidden key. The second area is at a fairground, like a significantly larger place than the first one. Ranch of Dean Drabwell, Bradshaw Manor. I wonder if these are based on actual episodes. I was never a Scooby-Doo kid, chat. Hanna-Barbera in general wasn't my scene. So. Looks like there's some tricky platforming in this too, which the jumping is okay in this, but I can't imagine the platforming is really the strong suit of this game. Have that in common, Hanna-Barbera never did it for you. Yeah, their style just didn't really appeal to me. I watched Flintstones when I was a kid, but I grew out of that real fast. SWAT Cats is a show fucking bangs, even the game we checked out sucks. Let's see. And then PGA Tour 96. Man, I do not care about this. It looks pretty good. It looks like PC golfing kind of looked at the time. 3D chorus sprites for trees and stuff. They actually map out the holes for you. I like the Photoshop effects on the golfer. Oh, up here, yeah. They're finally starting to discover filters and the like. Everybody watched Flintstones. I don't think it was possible to not watch Flintstones. I think you're right. Everyone from our generation, at least. I don't think my kids have the first fucking clue who the Flintstones are. Amish kids watch Flintstones. I distinctly remember as a kid glossing over this whole section because I just did not really care. I don't know, classified information. Okay, I gotta be honest with you, chat. I gotta end early tonight. I hate that I do. I'm sorry to cheat y'all of stream time, but yeah, I can't stay awake. I can't do it. I've been up for too long, and I worked too hard today. So thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been up for what 12. Almost 17 hours now? Yeah. Perfect timing, our Dominic. Perfect timing. So yeah. But we did make some progress. We scooted through a few more games. I actually played some stuff y'all requested. And we can start back up on classified information next time. And doing 2 nights of power hours a week should help us skate through the rest of this. The land of Nod is calling us. I'm trying to balance things, grunt fodder. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Balance my wants and my needs and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, recap. We are going back to 2 nights of power hours. Yeah, we talked about it the other night. People really seem to like making actual progress through the magazine and seeing new games. So yeah. Schedule tomorrow night, nothing. No stream tomorrow night. I gotta sleep. I gotta rest. And I never stream on Sundays anyways, especially when I'm doing a normal schedule, which is what I'm going to do from next week. We're going back to normal, chat, though. I may be pretty tired in the evenings considering I have to be getting up at 5 a.m. For my shifts. But I have Sunday off. I have Tuesday off. I think I also have Friday off next week, so yeah, we'll see what we can do. On Monday we're starting Curse of Monkey Island. Very excited about that. We'll be doing Curse of Monkey Island Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Powers will be Thursday and Saturday. We'll do some Friday feature on Friday. I'm also gonna open up a vote on Monday for our next big game after Monkey Island, because obviously Monkey Island is not going to last forever. And over the past weeks and months, I've talked a lot about things that I wanted to do when I got back to a more regular schedule. Well, I'm going to do them. And I'm going to let y'all give some input on what we're going to do first. So make sure you show up on Monday so we can talk about the vote and stuff. Goblin Gangbang is achieving a similar legendary status to Eternal Sonata. Like, one of those 2 games is going to end this channel forever. And if I had to guess which one, it's probably the Goblin one. Universe Income 2 doesn't pop up the way Goblin Gangbang does. So I guess it just doesn't speak to chat in the same way that the goblins do. So anyway, tie the vote. Again, when y'all see the options I give you on Monday, you'll understand why I would be absolutely shocked, straight up gobsmacked if you manage to tie it. I feel like we'll talk about it on Monday. We will talk about it on Monday. So, Let's see. I'm gonna send you over to Affinity Chris. Chris is doing Dragon Age Veilguard, at least for a little bit longer, I guess. So we can go, well, y'all can go hang out with him. I am going to go crash hard, because I also have to be up early tomorrow. So, but we'll make it work, chat. Even if streams get cut down a bit, I will be streaming on a normal schedule, and that's what I really, really wanted. So, anyway, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thanks for joining me for at least a little bit more of the Power Hours. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these games come around again, and hopefully I will see you all on Monday for the start of Curse of Monkey Island and the start of our next big bout of democracy. So, hope to see you again. Hope to see you then, but until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.